Hey, Magnus Division here, and just doing another video for the reminder for the giveaway. So, if you're a subscriber and you comment on this video or the prior one, you'll be entered into a drawing for a free copy on Steam of the Nuclear War Simulator, or if you already have it, an equivalent value game of your choice. So all you have to do is leave a comment on this video or the prior one. The drawing will be on July 4th. So plenty of time to catch and to enter it in. Uh, I like this simulation quite a bit, and so this is really a chance to kind of give back and get somebody else an opportunity to kind of mess around with it. Or another simulation of your choice or game of your choice or whatever. So the Steam summer sale should be starting tomorrow, I believe, and it'll run past the 4th. So again, there's going to be plenty of stuff on sale. So, there'll be other games you could choose, but, as I said, like a lot of people interacting and engaging on the videos, and I appreciate it. So just a little chance to give back. And I have my next video will be posted tomorrow. I apologize I didn't get it out today. Spent quite a few hours a day here at the old Magnus Division headquarters, moving some gym stuff around. So we had recently sold some stuff, excess gym equipment that we didn't need anymore, and so it was close to about 1,000 pounds of weights, dumbbells, a power rack. We already have two other power racks. So we sold old Titan Fitness T3 power rack we had, a leg press, hack squat combo machine, one of the back raises. So we have another back raise and, a few other odds and ends, a few barbells. And so after selling that, we were able to reclaim some space, be able to move some of the other stuff around and everything. I'll probably do another pan through, walk through the gym, or just add it to one of my rambling rants videos. So people can kind of see where we're at right now. So it was an off training day. We're doing 3 days on, 1 day off. And so every body part now training twice a week. So we were doing once a week and then kind of phased in twice a week for the arms. And now we're going to do twice a week for everything. So it's going to be chest and back. Well, it's arms and shoulders. And we do 2 a day on that. So we do our arms and then shoulders later. And then legs, and then chest and back. And so kind of alternate between supersetting the antagonistic muscle groups or running straight sets. Usually, so you're doing it twice in a week or twice in an 8-day week. So usually one will be a little bit less volume and higher intensity, and the other one will be a higher volume, a little bit less intensity, although we still train pretty high intensity. So when I say low volume, so our lower volume chest and back day was 18 sets. So it's still fairly high volume. So on a high volume day, we'll be doing closer to about somewhere between 32 and 40 sets. And just kind of go from there. And so do a lot of high intensity type of stuff too, like, drop sets. We did a 100 rep drop set when it came to like tricep press downs. And then, could be for the biceps, did a run the rack on the dumbbell. So you start with a certain weight and bang out a few reps, and then keep going down all the way down the dumbbell rack until you hit 50 to 100 reps or whatever. I think the goal was 100 reps, but man, my forearm pump was so crazy that I think I had to stop at like 40 reps or 50 reps. It was nuts. And my forearms just felt like they were collapsing in on themselves. So that's kind of that. Nuclear war continues to be on the news. I'm going to compile some of those articles. Probably on Friday, put out a nuclear war news video. Nothing's actually happened. No nuclear strikes have happened. That would be pretty big news. But there's a lot in the news cycle right now. And so there continues to be a lot of posturing, just geopolitics in general. So there's some concerns, or at least there's believed to be some concerns from China about Russia and North Korea's continued closer relations. A lot of people, and I saw it on a comment on one video over Ukraine escalation. You forgot about China and North Korea. It's like, no, I didn't forget about it, because nations have um, trade relations. They have some, I say alliances. It's not like World War One, to where automatically some other country is going to join in. And for that matter, if Russia and the United States are nuking each other, why would China or North Korea get involved if they're not already involved? Wouldn't you want your enemies to, or your, it would, no point, right? Um, that's not something to say. Okay, well, U.S. is nuking Russia, North Korea can be like, well, we better step in and help out Russia. I mean, if they're not targeting you, why would you get involved in the mix? Even if you might have some relations with it. I mean, you might say there's two gangs, and you might be friends with one of the gangs, but you're not a member of it, and they're having a big brawl, and people are getting all messed up. Probably not going to involve yourself in it. You're probably going to, or if in China's case, you're going to sit back and take out take out who's left standing, or you're going to be in a real strong position afterwards. So I think that's a mistake. People have an assumption that automatically people are going to get involved. Even with NATO and stuff, you can never have a guarantee. So if Russia and the United States is going to a nuclear level, there's not a guarantee that France necessarily gets involved in it if they're not directly involved already. That's a decision you have to make. Would they risk Paris for New York? That's the reason why there were some doubts that had the Cold War gone hot, would the United States have actually backed up Western Europe with nuclear weapons? Would we have traded Berlin for New York? Kind of sentiment. You never know until it happens. So the idea automatically like that's going to happen is a falsehood. The idea, especially with authoritarian regimes, those alliances and stuff aren't as strong as people necessarily think sometimes. And, it can be the same matter for democracies too, for that matter. Even United States and Britain, who's had a very strong relationship now for, basically since, shortly after the War of 1812, we didn't back them in the Suez Canal crisis. They didn't back us in Vietnam for likewise reasons. Australia did, but the United Kingdom didn't. And so these things aren't always automatic. But anyways, it's just a bit of a rant, but that's what this video is, rant. So I have some news cycle stuff. Not a lot to go on, but I just wanted to put out there again for people if they didn't see the first one. You have an opportunity to win a free copy or a like value on Steam. So leave a comment if you're a subscriber, and I will put you in the drawing. So I think there's maybe a dozen people so far, and I'll add anybody else in there. So hopefully people take advantage of the opportunity. And I think that's probably going to cut the video at this point. So I may add in a short little demo real fast here at the end, and it's just going to be the nuclear war simulation to appease people with a U.S., Russia, China, North Korea exchange real fast. So let's cut over to that. All right. So this is going to be a very brief one. Just throwing this in here at the end. And so give people what they want here, which is a three-way exchange here. Let's go. This is going to be a mixed strike. Okay. So U.S. is bombing Russia, China, and North Korea. Russia is going after the United States. China's going after the United States. North Korea is going after the United States. Britain and UK is going after Russia. $50-50, so it's counter value and counter force strikes on all sides. Just a little simple thing, like I said, just to throw on the end since I'll probably do a proper one, what I consider probably the most realistic, where it's all manually targeted, and it'll be an exchange kind of along those lines. Let's get these bombers out of the way. Get a lot of response. Well, that's not realistic. That's not realistic. Whatever. So I'm going to try to do the most realistic scenario as far as I could say if we all said, hey, this is it, and we're going to have to expend our forces. So not a escalatory period, but an actual just everybody's pushing the button kind of deal, and how those targets would work and what would be the most realistic kind of outcome with that. All right, I think we're close enough there. So take a quick look at our casualties. Take another drink of my beer. Alrighty. So here's how it played out. 79 million Chinese casualties, 70 million United States casualties, 38 million Russian casualties, 19 million North Korean casualties. I didn't have France or UK targeted on this one. Again, this was just meant to be some quick fun to throw in at this tail end of this video. So I will do what I consider a much better one here in the coming days, but the course of the video is going to be a U.S. all-out strike on Russia is going to be next, and then I have a Korean War goes hot, and then I have this one here that I'll do where it's going to be manually targeted and to try to be as accurate as possible. And I also have the rebuttal to Andy Jacobson video. So that's going to be as far as the nuclear war front goes. That's going to be the next series of videos. The U.S. all-out strike on Russia should be out tomorrow. It's going to be a lot of targeting, though, so you might have to bear with me. I may end up having to do a working session tomorrow and then put it out on Friday. So, especially depends on how hard I train my arms and delts tomorrow. So, thanks, everybody.